Hey, I'm Bill, and I cook stuff. So today I am going to cook cumin beef. It's a recipe that I came up with myself. I mean, not cumin beef, but this particular style is something I came up myself. Okay, cool. Yeah, cooking is all about experimentation, as you all know. Try new things. Anyway, it's a fairly easy dish to make. You need some beef, you need some cumin, some green pepper or some other type of pepper, and some red onions, and then you have cumin. I think I already said cumin. Anyway, so we're gonna get right into it. Next, I'm gonna show you the list of ingredients, then the full preparation and cooking. Finally, will lead to the taste test, and then, of course, embedded in that is the dad joke. All right, well, see you in the prep area. See you in the prep area. Hey everybody, so here I am with my, in the prep area. So as you can see, I actually started cutting the beef, and I'm just going to demonstrate how I'm going to cut it. Then I'm going to fast forward to the actual ingredients for the cumin marinade, if you will. Okay, so I have, again, I have a pound of beef. This is a half pound right here. So I'm going to slice it thin, so here we go. And super thin, as you can see right here. It's fairly thin. I'm just going to do two more, and then I'm sure you all get the gist of it. So just slice it thin. I'm using a I think I'm using a strip steak. It was on sale, so but definitely like a flat iron or skirt steak makes it great. Okay, great. So one more, and then let me speed this up, finish this up, and once I'm finished, I'll be right back with the marinade. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I am done cutting of the beef. Here it is, as you can see. Ta-da! So it is thinly sliced, as you can see. And I'm going to go one by one and put in what I need for my marinade. So I'm going to start with a tablespoon of the cooking wine. Okay, and just mix that in. And then I am going to put in what am I going to put in? A tablespoon of light soy sauce. Oops, ta-da! There it goes. And that goes in there. And my hands are clean. Make sure your hands are clean. Alright, so then I'm going to put a teaspoon of oyster sauce. And I'm just going to use my fingers. Actually, I'm going to use a piece of There we go. Mix it up. Okay, there we go. And And then I'm going to put a teaspoon of the white pepper. Okay, you want to carefully, because it's easy to get sneeze on this stuff. Okay, whew, there we go. I'm right-handed. I'm trying to do this with my left hand to try to keep my right hand clean. So here comes the star of the show. A tablespoon of the cumin. Ground cumin. You see that? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Get it in there. Ground cumin. Just really want to get it in there. Okay. And then, okay. So want to make sure it's evenly put over the beef. Okay, and then last but not least, I have a tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm actually using arrowroot starch, but you can use cornstarch. Wow, quite a bit here, but that's okay. And actually, probably need, there we go, 2 tablespoons of water. There we go. 2. And the reason why, oops, wow, trying to do too many things at once. Trying to get the marinade moist, if you will. Otherwise it's like a dry rub. Okay, so that is looking good. I want to make sure I get the starch going. And then I'm going to actually finish it off with a tablespoon of sesame oil. Okay, and there we go. Ta-da! And I'm just going to mix it for another 30 seconds or so. And then clean up, and it's time for the aromatics and the veggies. So I'm going to put this aside, and when I'm finished chopping the aromatics and the veggies, it'll be time to cook. Okay, all right, so there we have putting this aside, and then going from there. Oh, I don't know where I'm putting it. All right, I'll be right back. Putting this aside. Cheers. All right. Okay. So everything is clean wiped, and I have my veggies. Again, if you have another area that you can cook in, that's great. I only have one space. Okay, so I have my green pepper, green onion, 2 cloves of garlic, and a half of a red onion. So I'm gonna quickly demonstrate, and then go and then finish up the rest myself. Okay, so I will start with the green pepper. So all I'm going to do is cut it lengthwise, like that. I'm going to cube them, if you will. Okay, so actually, and then just make it up, small cubes, small cubes, small cubes, small cubes, small cubes, and small cubes. Chop, and chop. Okay, so as you can see, small cubes. And all right, so next on my list is I'm gonna do the onion, and I'm just gonna I'm actually mixing everything together because they're all gonna go at the same time. So have onion. I'm just gonna cuts. I'm gonna cut thin slice. Actually, not. And really thin slice. Now, if you don't like your onion, then you can use less. Watch your fingers. Ta-da! And that's it. That's a lot of onion. I actually probably don't need that much, but that's okay. Green onion, and I'm just gonna slice it. Took me to these ends, and it's my green onion, and then I lost my garlic, so I'm just gonna take my garlic and just small slices. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da! That is it. That was really quick. That was really quick. Okay, and here you have it. There you go. Wow, that did not take a whole lot of time. So again, if you don't like the onions, you can use 1/4 of an onion, but you know, it'll reduce down once you cook it. So there you go. There's the aromatics. Ta-da! All right, so I'm gonna clean up, and we're gonna head over to the kitchen and cook. What? That quick? Yeah. That's actually pretty quick. Cool beans. See you. Actually, you can't see my facial expression saying see you. All right, we'll see you in the cooking area. Alrighty, here I am in the kitchen, and I am going to put in a tablespoon of cooking oil. There we go. Turn it on to high heat. There we go. And then swish it around. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it. And get I have my aromatic and vegetables ready. My pan my pan might not be big enough, so I'll see how it goes. And give it a second. It's heating up. All right, I'm gonna start pouring it in. I also have a 1/4 cup of chicken stock ready to go, or chicken broth, I should say. It's really not a stock, right? Okay, so, and actually, you can see, probably could have had thinner slices for the onions, but there we go. Yeah, if you have a wok or a bigger pan, probably the way to go. Probably the way to go. So I'm just gonna move that around and start cooking the veggies. The reason why I'm cooking the veggies first is because it usually takes a bit to get the green peppers tender, if you will. So, man, I used to eat this and it's like a veggie stir fry, if you will. Yeah, so it'll reduce, like the moisture will come out of the various veggies, and then I will be able to put in my beef. Just gonna let it cook for a minute. You know, it's like prep didn't take too long. The cooking time here probably gonna be the longest bit, if you will. And you know, it's enough for 4 at a pound. Probably should stick with making a half a pound, so that way I can demonstrate easier. But you know, this is a great recipe to have as a food prep, you know, a meal prep thing. Okay, so it's gonna take a minute to get the veggies tender, or on their way to tender, if you will. But meanwhile, as you can see, I'm stirring, I'm moving it around, I'm trying to break up the onions, if you will. There you go. And quite aromatic. And if you had longer chopsticks, great. If you have tongs, yeah, that's good too, like long tongs, you know, burn yourself. I also have a spatula, which I'm going to be switching over to as we cook. Okay, so that is looking good, because I'm looking at the onions, and they're becoming more translucent, which is good. It means they're cooking. Alright, so I'm going to move this to the side now, and hopefully I have enough room for all the beef. Alright, so I'm going to put the beef in slowly and carefully. Slowly and carefully. Oh, it smells great. Slowly. Again, if you can make 2 batches, that's easier. It's a wok or a bigger saucepan or bigger fryer pan. That would work too. Actually, probably work a lot better than what I'm doing here. But all right. Ouch. Whew, that is hot. So I'm gonna move that in. And in the end, you know, you want to slice the beef thin, so it's easier to cook. So now that I have it all in there, I'm gonna stir. Stir. As you can imagine, if I had a wok or a bigger, it'd be easier just to start, you know, stirring with the spatula, if you will, which I will be transferring to in a minute. So it makes it difficult to like flip the beef, if you will, to make sure. So you really want to make sure that it's all cooked evenly. And of course, you know, depending on how, you know, whether you like it medium rare or rare. You know, you gotta let it sit for a minute, let it cook, let it sit for a minute and cook. Yes, I'm whistling quite a bit today. Yeah, that was me whistling. That was me whistling. That was me whistling, whistling, whistling. Man, another week gone by, and another week to look forward to. I can't believe the summer is almost over, you know? I was like, where'd the summer go? This year has been, you know, 2023 has been going by fast. I'm like, really fast. I was like, what the heck? So that was so fast. I was like, what? What happened to the year? I don't know, it went behind me. Alright, so, okay, that's really, there we go, cooking it, I'm cooking it. Wow, I don't even know if I'm going to transfer over to my spatula. Actually, I will transfer over to spatula. Wow, look at that. When I serve, but so far it's actually pretty good. You know, I still have it on high heat. And again, I'm gonna let it cook for another minute or so. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see it? I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Now, the cumin beef is typically a dry dish. It's cumin, you get a lot of cumin flavored foods or cumin spiced foods in Xinjiang province, which is western China. You know, the Silk Road, if you will. And they actually have some really yummy dishes. So this is a derivative of a Western Chinese, or you know, and you know, when I say Western Chinese, it's actually past the Sichuan. And you know, if you look at a map, you go like, well, what is he talking about? So, okay, it's looking really great. Okay, so I'm gonna let it cook, and here I'm gonna add to my chicken broth just slowly, because I have like a quarter cup. I may not need all of it, so I'm just going to do a little bit now. So I did half of it, right? And really trying to get that steam going. So I only use half of it, because depending, if you're using a wok or a larger saucepan, it might dry up a lot quicker, or evaporate, if you will. So, okay? So I'm constantly stirring, because I don't want anything to burn, if you will. Okay? And just needs another 2 minutes. Actually, probably, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, probably another 2. We're good to go. Now, if you have a cover, that's even better. And just cover it. I'm stirring, if you will, as if I had a wok, but I don't have a wok, so forgive me. Por favor. Been using Duolingo, learning some Spanish on day 126 today, actually. Okay, so that is looking great. Okay, and I'm actually going to put the rest of the low sodium chicken broth in. Now you can use water, so that's the rest of the corn, if you will. And I'm just going to let it sit. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to give it 2 minutes, and I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Well, I'll be here, but you know, we'll be right back. I'm going to give it a good stir. Give it a good stir here. Now, some folks like, you know, like the dry version, if you will, and that's okay, not have necessarily a gravy, if you will, because I kind of have a gravy here going. So, or sauce. What you can do is actually you can reduce the amount of starch you use. So instead of the whole tablespoon that I use like just use a half a tablespoon, if you will. Okay, a lot of variety, a lot of variation, and all right, I'm like talking, and like, has it been 2 minutes yet? Okay, and the reason why is I want to make sure, you know, all the beef has been stirred, cooked over, and the veggies are tender, if you will. Okay, just gonna give it another minute on the high heats, and I'll be right back. So, you know, silence, sometimes silence, you know, actually a lot of times silence is good. Just like chillax, man. Just chillax. Just like I'm chillaxing. Just, you know, and enjoy the silence. Okay, so 10 more seconds. That was, I wasn't joking about enjoying the silence, right? I'm stirring it again, making sure it's evenly cooked. Okay, cold beans. All right, turn it off, and it is time to plate. Alrighty, I'm here at my plating area. Look at this, cumin beef. What's up with that? Wow, it looks really great. It smells really great too. Okay, so I'm going to plate. I'm not going to plate all of it because it's going to spill everywhere. So I'm just going to plate, 2 spoonfuls. Again, this recipe serves 4, if you will, because it's a pound, so you think quarter pound per person. I'm just gonna actually put half there. I'm not gonna eat all that, but let's put it there. Let's put it there, and I'm always getting messy. Look at that. Well, c'est la vie, as they say in the French. Okay, so there we have it. Nice and messy. Here we go. This is the cumin beef. Woohoo! Man, it smells really great. Okay, let's move over to the tasting zone. Probably wipe the plate, so the presentation looks good, but it's gonna go in my belly. And yeah, okay, cool beans. Hey everyone, okay, so it is time for the taste test. And I am doing the arm things again. So today I made the cumin beef. Hope you enjoyed the cooking and the witty banter and all the other good stuff. Okay, so here I have my plate of cumin beef. I'm gonna actually grab one. Oh, wait, whoa. Let's hold the horses. Actually, the holding of the horses was back in the day when people actually used it to travel, and they hold the horses. That means, like, stop, don't go, or don't proceed. So, dad joke. The dad joke of today, actually I need my hands for this. Dad joke for today is, it is all fun and good singing in the shower until you get soap in the mouth, and then it becomes a soap opera. I know, it's a dad joke. Come on now, it's silly. All right, so here I am with my cumin beef. Whoop! Ooh, look at that beef. So tender looking. Wow. All right, I'm gonna try it. Just the right amount of cumin for me. And of course, if you like cumin, you can add more cumin. Really tasty. You can also, that goes really, really well. It goes really well with rice. Wow. If you want to use it as a meal prepper, it's easy to make. You can make a batch, get some rice, or another grain, or like a not grain, and then food prep. I mean, that's what I do. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna continue eating, and see you next time. See you next time.